Hi Scorpio, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this, my darlings, is your weekly pulse for the 24th to the 30th of March. I'm going to pick 6 cards, each with a different message in the specific place, in the spread. I'll let you know as we go what they mean. All right, my darlings. Now, this is my contribution to the world right now, okay? This is my contribution to raising the vibration, to helping us to sort of navigate this energy that we're all facing. This is as everyone keeps telling us, unprecedented time. So I'm going to be coming to you every week with new readings just to help us to navigate the path that we're currently facing as the weeks and the months unfold. All right, my darlings, without further ado, I've already shuffled, I've already meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera, Scorpio, and then we'll get started on your reading. Okay, my darlings, card at the base of the reading is the 8 of Swords. Now, the card at the base of the reading is a perspective, really, that you need to see this time period through, and that is the 8 of Swords for you. The sword energy is all about your thoughts, your mind, your clarity, your consciousness, your communication, your awareness, basically. It's about your awareness, your conscious mind. And what this is showing is that you need to recognize that you're stuck in a way of thinking, about yourself that shows you absolutely no compassion for yourself. This is you showing yourself no compassion. This is you not recognizing that some of the way that you are thinking is actually causing you harm, causing you pain, causing you to feel or to think of yourself in a limiting way. So this is what you need to recognize this week. You need to recognize that that's how you're approaching things. You're not recognizing that you're stuck in a way of thinking, in a cyclical way of thinking. Let's look at the different energies as we go. So we start with the first 3 here. We've got our motivating factor, so what's moving you this week, what you're encountering this week, and also your soul message or your karmic message. Oh, excellent. So motivating factor is the full card, new starts, new beginnings. What you're encountering or experiencing this week is the 3 of Swords, and then finally the soul message or the karmic message. So why is this happening? Why is what's happening to you this week happening? What is it trying to give you? What is it trying to teach you? What is the blessing? This is it. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles. So we start here with your motivating factor. So what's moving you this week? What's motivating you this week? And that's a Fool, the energy of the Fool. Now, the energy of the Fool is about striving off new beginnings, ready to take a step, a leap of faith. Even if we are afraid, and I think you are to go forward in this way. And obviously we know how limited our actions can be right now. Our actions have been limited by our government, so we know that. But there's still a feeling that you can move into new territory, if you will, new beginnings. It's interesting because you're stuck in this way of thinking. So I think you're limited by yourself. I think you're afraid potentially, but nonetheless, the feeling is there. You're almost feeling like you're being pushed by something, by circumstance. Obviously, that might be something that's pushing you forward. And I feel like you're going to act on the thing. I feel like you're going to act because you've got everything that you need at your disposal right now. You have the wisdom, the skills, the experience, the goods, if you will, to actually make a success of this journey as you move forward. You have everything that you need right now to make a success of the journey that you're about to take, or that you're taking this week, that you're encountering this week. Even if you do not think or believe that, you really do. You really are ready. You really are capable. Now, it's interesting because we have this card here, experience, what you're encountering this week. Now, this could be it's interesting when we see the Three of Swords, we know that this is an event that's already happened, and I really feel like it's linked to this card here. I really think that the thing that's holding you back, that's limiting you, that's not limiting you, you're, as I said, you're being motivated in a way in a new direction. Now, as I said, the world, we're alive right now, so we're watching this, and you know, I'm filming this, and we know what's going on in the world with the coronavirus, you know, lockdowns, etc. So we know what's going on in the world, and it might be that actually it's the state of things, if you will, the state of how things are right now is actually giving you that push to start this journey for full, to go in a new direction. We have no choice really, do we? A lot of people. But it seems that the trepidation, if you will, not trepidation necessarily, but the trepidation that you're feeling necessarily maybe is because of something else that's already happened. The fear of failure, the fear of, the worry of this happening to you again, you feeling like this again, you being tormented again. When we see the Three of Swords, we know that this is an event that's already happened, and it's something that happened that's created an impediment in you, that's created a limitation in you, that you do not feel in some area because of this worthy of something, able of something, capable of something, because of something that's already happened. So, for example, this is the example I always use because it's just the easiest example. When you were a child, your mum and dad divorced. Now that's something that gives you you might feel, because they're divorced, then I'll never be a good wife, I'll never be a good husband, I'll never be able to get married, for example. And that's a limiting belief. And that's a type of thing that we talk about with the Three of Swords. So it's something that's already happened, but it's as if now, because we're in this new territory, because we're in Corona land right now, this new territory that we're in is actually bringing up, if you will, making you confront, if you will, some of the ways of thinking that you've held onto for a long time, some of the impediments that you've held onto a long time. What you're being asked to do, encouraged to do by these energies and this week, is to move into new territory. Be scared, go for it, do it, live it, feel it, respond to it, recognize it, because the lesson, the karmic lesson or the karmic message is the Ten of Pentacles. Is ultimate abundance, security, manifested abundance and security. That's what this card shows. And that's what this lesson, if you will, this week for you is showing you, is teaching you, is trying to get you to understand. Because even though you do not believe that you're capable, even though you do not think of yourself as worthy, even though you do not think of yourself as able to be successful, as able to create stability for your family, for yourself, for your friends, as able to write that book now, start that project now, even if you do not think of yourself as capable of it, actually, your experiences this week will reveal that the reason you don't think you're capable isn't because of anything that's happening now. It's because of stuff that's happened years and years and years ago. You get to confront that this week. Not only do you get to confront that, once we release, then we can manifest. I encourage you to watch the manifestation video that I recorded. It's called I can't, hang on, let me find it. The reason I'm encouraging people to watch it is because actually, I literally can't remember what it's called. What's it called? Oh, the Tarot Therapy, Manifesting Abundance and Releasing Feelings of Lack. In order to manifest, we have to be able to release. And you have an opportunity, it seems, right now. Hello, Tiny. Oh, Tiny's here. Well, Tiny loves to manifest. Oh, in order to manifest, we need to be able to release, don't we, Tiny? Oh, he's just, you're not saying hello to everyone before you sit down? Hello. Okay, now you can lie down a moment. Okay, goodbye. So before you can manifest, you need to be able to release. And this is what the type of things that you're confronting this week. what's your name? Scorpio. This is why I put that there, because I forget. What the lesson of this week is, you need to realize this and see this, and actually knowing that you carry this impediment, knowing that you think of yourself or perceive yourself in this way, actually ultimately is what's going to lead you to have security, manifested security, to feel more secure in your life ultimately. And that's by the end of this week, so that's really positive. So let's have a look then at the second row for you guys. Okay, so we start here with love. This is your love potential, a love lesson for this week. Oh, I've had that a couple of times, to be fair. Scorpio, so we've got the Knight of Cups. In this position is your challenge for this week. And we've got the Chariot energy. And then finally, right at the end here, this is your gain. This is what I want you to consider, or what I encourage you to consider this week in meditation or in your mindful moments. So for me, I always say, like, I always meditate every day, and I think that it's important, especially now, for us all, to make some quiet time each day to connect with ourselves, okay? Even if it's just for 5 minutes. Reflect, consider, think over how this message can help you to find peace and reassurance this week, okay? And it's about release. I've told you already, we know this already. This is the reality of what we're facing right now. We're being confronted with very different new circumstances and situations. It's new territory that we're all in as individuals, regardless of what people are saying. No one knows. No one knows. Yeah. And so we're all responding. And so this is a beautiful sort of nature sort of, it's like a really natural happening in a sense, because we are literally responding however we think as individuals we should respond. That's how we are responding. And so that's your nature, and my nature is being revealed to us as we speak, as we live, as we breathe. And so it's not often that we get times like this in life. Okay, so for you, this is your position of love. This is your love potential, a love lesson. We've got the energy of love with the Cups energy, all about our emotions, our intuitive self, our non-physical self, so our memories as well, our dreams, our wishes, our desires, all is encompassed and held by the Cups energy. And also we've got the Knight here. So a Knight is masculine, it's about acting, it's about the actions that we take, doing things. So acting out our love, or i.e. telling people that we love them, sharing, sharing, caring, showing compassion. If it's an individual person that you may be potentially separated from, it could be a water sign, so a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. You're a water sign as well. A Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio. But this is definitely what you're experiencing. You're experiencing the will, the want, the need to tell people how you feel, to tell your loved ones that you love them, to show people that you care, to show yourself that you care. Acts of love, that's what this is. Acts of love, acts of compassion, that's what this is. So you've got the potential this week to, have those events happen to you, or for you to be the perpetrator of those events, okay? For you to be the one that's showing love, showing compassion, showing and expressing that to people. And that's a really beautiful thing. That might be something that's new. It might be new to a lot of people. I don't mean that in like you're not a nice person, but do you know what I mean? Like, we're not ordinarily nice people. I think 98% of the world is good, and it's just that it's only the 2% that you hear about. But anyway, I digress. What I'm saying is, we're all it's new territory for us. And it's about expressing, showing acts of love, kindness, compassion. That's what this shows. Whether that's to yourself, showing yourself love, nurturing yourself, whether that's to your partner, your loved one, someone that you care about, or to anybody else. That's what that energy represents. So what a beautiful energy. This is your challenge, though. The Chariot energy. This is Cancer's energy, actually. And the challenge is moving forward. Now, the Chariot energy is about being propelled forward, being moved forward by a combination of two things, by a combination of our yin and our yang, or our divine feminine and our divine masculine, or our actions have got to be in alignment with what we're feeling. And that's what's really difficult at the moment. We want to move forward. We feel we want to do things. We feel we want to go places. but we are obviously on a mass level, you know, we ain't really got the, you know, things are locked down potentially. You know what's going on in the world. You don't need me to repeat it. You know what's going on right now. But so what we want to do, we might not be able to do. Sorry, I need to put my phone on silent. I don't know why it's not on. Anyway, sorry. Our actions and our experience, our actions and our feelings have to be in alignment, and that's what moves us forward. So what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Are these things in alignment? That's going to help me to move forward. We're stuck or we're challenged by that this week, and that's because there's these energies that you're confronting, and that's beautiful, Scorpio, because do you know what, we don't always get the chance. I consider myself as lucky. I mean, I was, for the 4 months of last year, I did not move out of my bed. I was ill, I couldn't move, I couldn't work, obviously I couldn't earn any money. I don't know how I survived that 4 months, but I did. I lost my hair fell out. It was not good. But I counted myself lucky, because I thought, well, at least I get to experience this. At least I get to experience what I'm experiencing and engage with what I'm experiencing. How many people get to really fully engage with what they're going through every day? Well, right now, it's like I said, I didn't wish or pray for this to happen, but obviously it's happened now. It's as if everyone's getting the opportunity to have to see themselves, to feel themselves, to know themselves, to engage with themselves. And that's the same for you. We have here, this is in the gain. What can you gain? What can you take from this week? What can you take from this week in your moments of mindfulness and quiet reflection? This is the question of the 8 of Cups. What do I need to walk away from? What do I need to release? What thoughts are no longer helpful to me? What beliefs do I have that limit my actions and my ability to act in the way that I want to act? This is what this is a message of this, and we can see is the message of the 8 of Cups, and we can see because we've got 8, so we know 8 karmic cycles, you know, cycles, being in cycles to learn, being in the situation that we're in to learn emotionally. So this is about being in emotional karmic cycles. This is about you reflecting on that, you considering, what is it that I'm holding on to? What is it that limits me? What is it that stops me from moving forward? What is it that stops me from, well, I'm just going to have to go for it. You know, look, none of us are earning money. None of us are bloody, you know, we ain't got no security. We don't know what's going to happen. But we can still do. I'm doing this. I mean, to be honest, I was actually literally petrified for 2 weeks. That's why I didn't get out of my bed. I just watched the news. I just was so, and I was anxious. But again, that's how I live. I have to experience the energy. And then I got to this point where I was like, because my mum gave me the pep talk. She's like, come on, Ruth, come on. This is what you're here for. And I'm like, I know. I have to go for it. I have to do this, even though I don't know if this is going to help anyone. I don't know if anyone's going to get any benefit from these videos whatsoever, but this is what I can do, and I'm going to do what I can do. And even though I'm sad and I was so anxious and I was so nervous and worried about the world, about everyone, about my mom, about my dad, about everyone in the world, about everyone in China, about everyone in America. Do you know what I mean? You go through those levels, but ultimately, what can I do? Within my world, within my bit, what can my part be? My part is doing weekly readings. Hopefully everyone enjoys them. Hopefully everyone gets something from them. Hopefully it makes you think. It helps you to open up and to engage with what you're experiencing emotionally and spiritually and mentally. And that's what I want you to be doing as well. That's what the message is. This is about walking away from heavy emotional cycles. You know, heavy emotions, walking away from those. So this is what do you need to walk away from? What do you need to release? Because it's time for you to move forward now into the new. This is the new. We're here for a few months now. We know that. We all know that. This is the new life. This is the new normal for the next few months. So we've got to We've got to get in it. Do you know what I mean? We just got to get in it, haven't we? Yeah, we've got to get in it now. So do you, Scorpio. So how are you going to get in it? What are you going to do? All right, my darling. So I'm going to leave it there because it's getting too long this reading. I hope you like that reading. I'll be back, as I said, next week with your next weekly pulse, doing my bit for the universe, baby. Check out the Key Wisdom playlist. On the Key Wisdom playlist, you can find everything: mindfulness, meditation, Reiki, and tarot. If you want to help with meditation, all that stuff, go onto the Key Wisdom. I don't know what the heck that is. Go onto the Key Wisdom playlist. My Instagram. I don't know why. There you go. This is my Instagram, Key Wisdom Tarot. Head over to my Instagram. I give extra little snippets. I give extra help, motivation, mindfulness guidance, all stuff on my Instagram. So do check that out as well. I'll be on there posting tomorrow, promoting these videos. I hope you have a great week. I hope you connect with yourself. I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay close and connected to your family. You know, comment below. We can keep in touch with each other, Scorpio. We can support each other. Have a wonderful week, my darlings, and I'll see you all again next week with your brand new readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.